Welcome back to CryptosRus. I am George. We're all George. Welcome to another market open stream. There is the market bell. Today is the launch of FedNow. What is FedNow? Is it a CBDC? Is it a plot to control the citizens? And is it an XRP killer? Let's talk about all these things. And let's talk about Bitcoin. What is going on with Bitcoin these days? So let's do this. Welcome, guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Bitcoin doing better. Yesterday was hovering below 30,000. Came up a little bit, 30,200-ish. Overall crypto market cap is up over 1%. So far, so good. Does not seem like FedNow is disrupting things by, or at least causing fear. But as for the U.S. market, it is looking pretty bleak. So this hasn't updated, but it looks like futures for NASDAQ is in the red, mostly because of, I think Tesla got, I don't know. I mentioned this last night. It doesn't quite make a whole lot of sense to me. It could just because people are profit taking because Tesla, once it hit like 300, but they reported their earnings. Revenue is down slightly. Profit is down slightly. The margins is down slightly, but revenue increased by 46%. They are still growing year over year at a 40+% rate. So it makes no sense at all that investors are somehow fearful about Tesla's future. They're the only manufacturers that's growing at this pace, and they keep making and delivering more and more cars every single quarter. But I guess the best way to look at this is it's a buying opportunity. So you don't have to buy high. You could buy when things are low, right? So I think that may be the reason why the tech sector is a little bit weaker today because of that. You could see down almost %. Also, something else that came out today, jobless claims came in below estimates, which is awesome. Okay, it was estimated that 242,000 people would be seeking unemployment, but instead 228,000. So that is fantastic, right? So the economic numbers in the U.S. are still looking good. There's less people that are jobless. There are a lot of jobs right now that are still hiring. So these are good things, very good things, and can help us with this next FOMC meeting when Powell has to decide whether or not there's more rate hikes. There will probably 100% be one next week, but what about the months afterwards? Any more? Well, doesn't seem like he needs to go anymore. We'll see though. We'll see it. All right. So moving on, what else is going on today? Well, you got FedNow. So let's talk about that. This has been going on for 3 years, been talked about since 2019, and it is finally launching today. Okay, and there's a lot of speculation on what this is. I don't think people quite understand what FedNow is. At first, people thought, well, this would be CBDC, like a digital currency from the Fed. And then there are people that say, well, this will totally rock and destroy the likes of XRP and maybe even XLM, right? And there's just a lot of talks. So I'm going to try to break it down. Well, as far as I understand it, there are 57 banks, okay? 57 banks plus some financial institutions that have signed up for this, okay? And this seems like it's just a settlement system by the Fed. So rather than banks use other services, intermediaries, that may take days and they charge a fee, this is just a settlement system with the Fed, okay? And they are using a ledger service for this. You may be wondering, what? Well, it's been rumored that they are using Ripple's ILP, their interledger protocol. So the backbone of FedNow could be the backbone of Ripple. Now, did they copy it? Did they steal it? Did they license it from Ripple? We don't know at this point. I don't know at this point. All right. All I know is there's a very uncanny similarity between the ILP, the interledger protocol that's being used to back FedNow compared to Ripple's. It could be the same thing. I don't quite know. So there is a connection there. And I see some people saying, oh yeah, it's, they're using XRP technology, or XRP, like Ripple supplied them. I don't know. There's a connection. Brad needs to talk about that. I don't know. Brad can confirm or deny whether or not they license it from Ripple. That would be pretty crazy if they did. But basically, the banks within the U.S. will be able to settle payments between each other utilizing the Fed. Okay? Before they weren't, now they're able to. So it will be much faster, almost instantaneous, and basically feeless to do so. Okay? That is what FedNow is. It's not a CBDC. Okay? Can it expand to a CBDC? Can it expand to a digital dollar that's integrated into this ledger system? You betcha. That is probably being worked on, although it will take many, many years before it comes out. But since other countries are already working on CBDCs, I have no doubt Powell and his buddies are thinking about that right now. So can they layer in a CBDC on top of this? Yes. But right now, no. Right now, this is just a settlement system. Now, does this compete with the likes of XRP? Well, you betcha it does. But XRP, the thing is, it's not just for banks in the US. It's banks for the entire world. XRP was created to replace USD, okay, as a bridge currency for banks to transfer between different countries. So even though FedNow does compete, it's not on the same level, okay? Because FedNow, keep in mind, everything is settled in USD. XRP is settled in XRP, so it's not USD, right? And FedNow may have a hard time talking to other services, settlement services, say from the UK or from China or Australia or even Canada, because again, they're on their own fiat. They're not using USD, okay, well, outside of trade, right? So that's the thing. You have a lot of settlement systems or even banks that are using different currencies. And that's what XRP is trying to do, is to try to bridge them all together to use XRP, not USD, right? So that's also the big difference between what XRP or Ripple's trying to do versus, say, FedNow, right? So there are fundamental differences, although who knows? FedNow can expand outside of 57 banks, can expand and go global, right? But I'm not sure other banks and especially other central banks will like the idea of that. I don't think they want the Fed, the U.S. Federal Reserve, to be controlling everyone's payments, right? So I don't know if it's going to get there. But anyways, so that's what FedNow is, okay? And it's launched today. Is it an XRP killer? No. Is it a Bitcoin killer? No. Is it a CBDC? No. It is what it is right now. It's just a new settlement layer that's using, seems like, a ledger system ripped off from Ripple, right, for the use of banks in the U.S. That is what it is. But right now, obviously, markets do not care. XRP did not dump. Stellar did not dump. Bitcoin certainly didn't dump. Nothing dumped because of it, right? So that, obviously, I think investors realize there's a difference between the two. So that's also good. That's also good. Okay, so that's what FedNow is. But in addition to that, there's a lot of other things that's happening today. I did notice, obviously, with all the enthusiasm over a spot Bitcoin ETF, right? We know that there are others that are kind of like a middle ground between a full spot Bitcoin ETF and Bitcoin, right? And I noticed this article is talking about ARK Invest and their ETF. And if you look at it, their ARK W, which is their next generation internet ETF, their top holdings are very, very, very heavy into crypto related companies. The biggest holding is Coinbase at 8.7%. You have Tesla in there, but keep in mind, Tesla also holds Bitcoin. You have Grayscale Bitcoin Trust up there, and then you have Block, which was Square, also a big Bitcoin company, right? So basically, the top 4 companies within ARK W are either related directly to Bitcoin or companies that hold Bitcoin. So that's why Cathie Wood is so bullish on Bitcoin, because she just is. She just is, and she knows Bitcoin will go a lot higher. And once a Bitcoin spot ETF comes out, there will be more companies that are coming in, more money that will be flowing in, and it's just going to be quite amazing. There's going to be so much money flowing in. It's just going to be nutty. Anything that relates to Bitcoin right now is doing well. I mean, even El Salvador's, their bonds, which are due in 2027, has gained 62% in the last 6 months. So people that don't think that the Bitcoin experiment is working in El Salvador, well, think again. I mean, they were able to pay off loans that people thought they couldn't pay off. Their bonds are surging because of Bitcoin's rise in enthusiasm these days, right? So they are doing good. And I'm sure other countries are paying attention. And that is what we want. We want more global adoption. We want more countries that's suffering with hyperinflation or suffering from the IMF or World Bank, right? They want to get off and break the chains. The best way to do it is to go and adopt Bitcoin, right? So awesome. And as for Bitcoin itself, well, it just continues to chug away, even though it might be boring, but from a technical standpoint, it keeps on breaking these moving averages that are really, really bullish indeed. This one is the 20 SMA on the monthly scale. And again, I've shown a couple of these. Whatever Bitcoin breaks through some of these moving averages, which keep in mind are lagging indicators, so it takes a while before this happens. And especially on a monthly scale, this is stretched out for years upon years upon years. And the last 2 times Bitcoin did this, it started skyrocketing, okay? It's the start of the bull run. And, of course, we're in that period already. So absolutely fantastic. Really, really fantastic. And we have about another 280 days before we get to that halving event. And then things will be even more fantastic. Just look at all the times, okay? Bitcoin hit that halving event, and then, boom, just started going up parabolically. That is what we are waiting for, okay? The last leg of the cycle, which this time around, who knows? 200,000, 250,000, 300,000, 500,000, right? With all the institution money coming in, who knows how high Bitcoin will be, and who knows how high everything else would be. It'll be much higher than now, that's for sure. And also, what else is going on? Chainlink, I talked about Chainlink recently, their new bridging protocol, CCIP, right? A lot of people do like it. See, Chainlink is starting to go up. Chainlink has always been a foundational piece, I guess, in the space for DeFi projects because they're an Oracle network. Now it's starting to get a little bit more exciting. They're going to offer this bridging protocol, which many dApps can use to cross-chain communicate, which is very, very interesting. So good for them. And then, what is it? I don't know what that is. I'm just going to skip that. All right. That is pretty much it today. NASDAQ is down, but it's recovering. And Dow is up big. I'm still waiting for this truck. I'm seeing more and more videos of the Cybertruck being recorded on the streets, and they look like they're the production ones. I cannot wait to get my hands on one. All right, that is it. Let's do some Q&A. Look at that. Whew. I didn't even notice how much Chainlink was moving. But yeah, they're up 20% because of CCIP, because of there's just a lot of excitement over it. Chainlink has been down for a long time also. They've been very, very neutral and down for a long time. Glad to see them gain some momentum. All right. Let's see if I missed anything. Joe Blow says XRP is definitely taking a number 2 spot. That's a long way to climb, my friend. That's I mean, they are saying number 4, but the difference between number 4 and number 2 is 5x. So yeah, that would place XRP back up to $4. They're down slightly today. Yesterday it hit like a high as 84. They're still down 81. I mean, they're just like slowly chugging away, which is not bad. Today, Polygon is also doing very well. In addition, Stellar is still doing well. And then Hedera, Anir, a couple of L1s are doing well. You got Tezos, another L1, Synthetic, Injective. Yeah, today is a good day. Today is a good day, led by Bitcoin, I guess. Is FedNow the PayPal killer? Well, PayPal is not a settlement layer, okay? They're just the intermediary. So, no, they don't kill them. But there's another service that banks use. You know, I don't know. Overall, I think this is just a way for Fed to have more control, more power, right? But does it impede upon, say, XRP or Bitcoin? No, not right now. Do we have a new stable coin? No, not right now. Those things will be coming later on. But this is kind of like the first stepping stone to those I don't know, to those ideas of the Fed controlling every aspect of our lives, our financial lives, is probably the first step in that. Oops, I just didn't change my camera view. A few months ago, you mentioned BTC will no longer follow a 4-year cycle. Do you still believe in that? I don't believe I've ever said that. Epic Cheese. I think you may be taking things out of context or thinking that I'm someone else. Because I never said that. I've said that maybe we have longer cycles or the downtrend won't be as vicious as before, right? But I don't think I've ever said we're no longer following a 4-year cycle. I mean, we'll never ever stop a 4-year cycle because the halving event is always 4 years, right? maybe the price action starts calming down and not behaving like 4-year cycles. Maybe that's what I meant. But the 4-year cycle will always be there because the halving event will always be there every 4 years. Last night you said Pepe 2 was a scam. How do you feel about Pepe 3? Oh, I love it. Pepe 3 must not be a scam, right? So the scam is like every other number is a scam. So Pepe 2 is a scam. That means Pepe 4 will be a scam. But Pepe 3 and 5 are legit, right? If you use that logic. No, they're all scams, all right? They're all pump and dumps. If you're getting into a meme coin, right, it's a gamble. Just know that. It's a gamble. They will all dump. Very rarely do you have one that actually makes it and can last and continue upwards. But everything else is just a money grab. So just be careful. Have I heard of Arkham? Yes. Yes. It's a surveillance tool for the CIA. I don't know. That's what is rumored. But yeah, it's an intelligence software to monitor blockchain activity. If the supply and exchange is lowest since 2017, why isn't the price at all-time high? Well, you just think about what you just said. The supply and exchange is the lowest since 2017. All right, it's not the lowest ever in history. It's the lowest since 2017. What was Bitcoin's price in 2017? It peaked at 20,000, but most of 2017, Bitcoin was between 1,000 and 10,000. So is the price higher than 1,000 to 10,000? Is it higher than 20,000 to peak in 2017? The answer is yes. So what are you complaining about? It's not like BTC supply and exchange is the lowest since the inception of Bitcoin at 2009 or 2010. Okay, then that would be a different story. We're back to 2017, yet the price is higher than 2017. So that tells you something. Let's see what Tesla's doing today. Oh, Tesla still. This is a buying opportunity. Wherever Tesla goes is a buying opportunity. And, Wall Street, I think they play games or they're just really reactive. But who cares if margins going down? They're still making 10% per car, which is crazy. Crazy versus like Ford and everyone else that's losing money on every single EV car they make. So I don't know. I think like with someone like Tesla, if they're going down, it's buying opportunity. Coinbase is down slightly today too. Finally, because they just kept going up and up and up and up and up. Do you think Economy has a future and potential to get back to all-time high? I say this. Every project has potential to get back to all-time high. Okay? But Economy, because they're token economics and because of how NFTs have dumped, man, they have to wait, Economy. Oh me, I forgot. I mean, they have a long way to go. Long way to go. I mean, they were much higher. They have to go up like 20x to get back to the previous high, right? So, can they do it? Yes. But right now, it's not looking that good for them. I will say this, though. They own a lot of intellectual property. Okay, they have a lot of licensing deals. So if they take advantage of those and come out with some great NFTs that that the VV app, you know, can use and people can purchase and feel good about it, they could definitely come back up. But right now, NFT market is down in the gutters. I mean, even Bored Apes is down 90% from their highs. So everything else is down to like, you know, barely anything. Why does ADA not pump like XRP or XM? It never does. ADA never pumps like that. They just do slow gains, right? You'll never see like Cardano go up like 20 or 50% in a day. There are really good days where it could go up like 10, 12%, but normally speaking, they slowly trend up. And that's not a bad thing because when the market falls, they also don't fall that much either. That's just how they work. Vast majority of ADA is staked. So that definitely does help. People aren't panic selling or panic buying. They just stake it and that's it. It's like 70-something% of ADA is staked. Bill, you know, I was thinking about picking out Bored Ape. You know, I don't know. I don't know about CryptoPunks. I don't know how much they are. Apes are down to about like 30 ETH as a floor price, which to me seems like a pretty good opportunity. I still don't know if I want one, but I probably should. I think apes will come back. I still hold two other side NFTs. One that has a code on there, and you know, at one point in time it was worth like 22, 23 ETH. Now it's down to like 4 ETH. You know, it's like it gets me angry just thinking about it. But I've seen some of the ones that celebrities have purchased for millions, and they're worth like $5,000, $10,000. It's much worse, right? But you know, to pick up a blue chip like a CryptoPunk or a Bored Ape, I would say if you're really thinking about it, this will be a pretty good time because once we go into 2024 and 2025, NFTs will get hot again and they will come back up again for sure. Yuga Labs will do very well in the future, and same thing with ApeCoin too. Will Cadena get back to its all-time high? I think so. Where were they before? 22. 2250. Okay. Yeah, I learned about Cadena probably somewhere around here, right before they did this. But man, they have to. What's the multiplier on that? 2250 divided by 0.617. They have to go up 36x to get back to previous highs. 36x. Whew. Well, I'm hoping they can. I'm hoping they can. But I'll be honest, I'm a lot less bullish on Cadena these days than before. First of all, when I tried to reach the leadership team, the people underneath made it extremely difficult, and I still have not reached out, you know, talked to Will or Stuart. And then plus, you know, they have infighting. CADX, which used to be their biggest partner, you know, there's a lawsuit. There's some kind of inside thing, and then you know, it's split off, and CADX is called something else, and there's a new CADX, and there's like all this stuff, and they fight with other chains also. There's just a lot of things that I keep hearing about with Cadena, and I don't like the sound of any of that. So I'm a lot less bullish on them these days than before, but their technology is still good, and We'll see. We'll see if they can pull it together. Qualman says they need VCs. They're too slow with their ecosystem. Yeah, I mean, I've been talking with Eucalyptus Labs, which seems to be their biggest partner these days. And they also created a Koala wallet, which thankfully is a good wallet, much better than other ones. But still, it just sounds like the way they're chugging along, trying to bring projects aboard, it's just very slow, very painfully slow, and there's not enough users, not enough volume, so there's not a lot of incentive for people to go to Cadena when there's so many other chains to choose. We'll see. We'll see. JVR. I'm not even going to try to answer that. I found a chart for Advanced Auto Parts. Check out the weekly chart. Amazing opportunity. You know, I can't get behind Advanced Auto Parts, man, Tyler. No matter how good the chart looks, it's Advanced Auto Parts, okay? Like used car, these shops that's supporting used car. I mean, there's AutoZone, Advanced Auto Parts. There's what's the other one? O'Reilly's where I live, and there's others. There's so many other. I can't. It's just not. That's not a thing that interests me. I much rather buy Tesla or Coinbase or Mara or Riot. Hey, look at this breaking news. June home sales dropped to slowest pace in 14 years. Short supply chokes the market. Well, that's the good thing about that is prices are not coming down because there's a short supply. Right, even though mortgage rates are so high, because of the low supply, like at least where I live, around my area, houses are still being sold for way higher than 2020 levels, and they have not come down because there's not enough supply. There's not that many houses for sale. So I guess this is one of those things where, yeah, the headline looks bad, home sales drop, but prices have not, and it's due to short supply. So it's actually a good thing, I guess, for home sellers, for home owners, but not a good thing for inflation because Powell wants to see home prices come down, right? And this doesn't help with that. So I don't know. It's kind of mixed signal. Let's see. Does this affect the market? Drove NASDAQ down a little more. Dow is still doing good. It makes no sense. It does make sense, but I just say it doesn't make sense because I don't see why anyone wants to buy anything outside of tech. Okay, if you're a stock investor, like if you just purchase like the big caps, or the leaders, right? Like Microsoft, Apple, Google, Nvidia, Tesla, right? That's all you need to hold. You hold any of these companies for 10 years, 20 years, you go see thousands and thousands of percent growth. You buy things like, I don't know, P&G and what else is in Dow? I don't even know the companies in Dow. Well, whatever you're buying in Dow, you hold it 20 years, it's up like 10%. Like, I don't know why, as any investor, why you would hold on to things that don't move. I guess some people want to be more conservative. Some people just want to collect the dividends. But like even the dividends doesn't outperform inflation. So then what's the point? If you're going to invest into projects that will continue to maximize your returns or gains, right? Like for me, I don't see any reason for anyone to invest in anything other than tech, including like Advanced Auto Parts. Like there's just nothing that could outperform them. It's not even close. I I'm just gonna show you guys. Like, okay, let's just like say Apple. This is the reason why. You know, Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway profits are all from Apple now. From nothing else in his portfolio. Everything, 100% of his growth is from Apple. And I'm not even an Apple guy. I don't like Apple that much, but like, you know, from 2010 to now, so that's, you know, roughly 13 years, right? This is what Apple looks like. I mean, there's nothing at S&P or Dow is going to give you this kind if you're a stock investor. Let's just say from the bottom of 2009, okay, to now. Okay, what is that? That's a 6,000%. How do I get rid of this? I can't get rid of this auto lock thing. Okay, just know 6,400%, right? Did Dow go up 6,000% since 2009? No, it didn't. It's nowhere close. Bitcoin has gone 1,000,000%, in case you're wondering. Okay, so you can't compare this to Bitcoin. But for stocks, like, why would you just not buy Apple and hold it? And it's the same thing with Microsoft. See, I've done this before. If you look at Microsoft from the bottom of 2009, how do I, yeah, let's just do, this is the bottom of 2009, Microsoft going up to peak 2,000%, okay? Not 6,000, but 2,000%. Let's look at something. I don't know. What's Procter & Gamble? P&G or something? P&G 2009 right here. The low 2009 till the peak. Man, I hate the new trading view. How do I unlock this? I don't want to lock it. So I already know it's going to suck. Okay, like P&G went up 269% since 2009, right? So you lost on 10x the money versus had you just bought Microsoft, and you lost 30x the money versus if you had just bought Apple. It's like, if you're a stock investor, there's no point of holding anything other than these big tech companies. They will give you the most gains by far, and it's not even close. It's not even close. Someone just mentioned Advanced Auto Part. What was it? Well, AAP. I'm just curious. Let's just see. That's just horrible. That's horrible looking. But anyways, yeah, I could see why someone said this is the time to buy, because those drops are horrific. That's just so bad. I mean, that's really, really bad. Anyways, where's 2009? All right, so this is right around 2009. This is 2009 for them. So Advanced Auto Parts from 2009, where is it? Right here. To now is 89%. 80%. But even let's just say peak, okay? 600% is pretty good. But still, not 2,000% and not 6,000%. But really, you can't just measure from the top because it's not at the top. It's at the bottom. So it's really 80%, right? So again, why would you hold Advanced Auto Parts versus holding Apple or Microsoft? It just doesn't make any sense to me. You go with the winners, okay? That's really it. It's that simple. Advanced Auto Parts looks like a steal. Just know that when things go down like that much, when there's that much volatility, it doesn't mean that history always repeats that it's just going to go right back up. It could just stay there and go down more. AutoZone. I remember AutoZone. I used to play AutoZone too. But AutoZone actually looks pretty good. Look at that. Where's 2000? Ooh, where is it? Where's 2009? Man, AutoZone actually went up crazily since 2009. Let's see. Maybe AutoZone outperformed to peak. Hey, they kept up. They kept up with almost with Microsoft, 1,900%. I guess a lot of people like to fix their cars, huh? But they're not right. They're not there right now. They're a little bit under, so they're about 1,700%. Hey, AutoZone's not bad. I'm just curious about NVIDIA. NVIDIA is just crazy. 2009, they were all the way down here. 2009 till now. Wait, well, I don't know why I'm doing 2009. I meant to do 2019, right? But anyways, from 2009 to now, 32,000%. That's crazy. Anyways. A little off topic, but anyways, if you're a stock investor, go with tech. That's my point. Go with tech. Go with big tech. That's how you're gonna make your money, right? And if you're in crypto, which is even better, go with Bitcoin. Go with the big caps. Lots of money to be made. All right, that's it, guys. Smash it a like, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll go over more things, but today's the launch of FedNow. Seems like it's a nothing burger for now. But, you know, who knows where this is going to go, where it might lead. But right now, it's just a settlement layer between the banks. That's pretty much it. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one.